Welcome all gamers to the Grind Game Podcast, a deep dive into the gaming experience. You're listening to Dean and Anthony.
So I was thinking we could put together a little character, like made up of a bunch of video game characters that we've played as, like skills and gear-wise.
Like our own Frankenstein.
Oh, it's gonna be our baby.
We're gonna have a baby together.
Ew, alright.
Make the ultimate caricature.
Yeah, but like for their... like, you know, like a sneaky character, the ultimate sneaky character, or spell casting character, or something.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
real nerdy like that. So if you want to pick like a class or something, then we'll just make something up.
Okay. Let's see. Let's get some categories going. Let's go with the strongest.
Strongest what?
Like a warrior type.
Okay, so like a berserker kind of thing, or just a really strong warrior, like in D&D or something.
Like I guess melee character is what I mean. Like
Melee. Okay.
yeah.
So this character runs in and with melee weapons can destroy everything in its path and take a lot of hits.
Oh yeah, gotta have that high HP.
Okay, cool. So we're just making this up as we go.
Yeah, we're winging it.
Let's see, what are we gonna do? So we need some weapons,
Oh yeah.
and then armor, and then skills. Or maybe we can break the armor up, or how do you want to do that?
Head, torso, accessory. I think that's like a lot of games that when they don't use a lot of slots, they usually have the at least the body, the head, and then like some sort of accessory.
Okay.
Well, we could do like boots. We could do, I don't know, belts or whatever.
Maybe like head, body, and legs, and then like an accessory or something. Maybe two accessories, so we could each pick one or something like that.
Okay. Ooh, yeah, because you usually have like an amulet and a ring at least, or two rings or whatever. Yeah. So.
Yeah, something like that. It's got to make sense though.
Yeah, of course.
So, what is the setting for this character? Are we going to try to do like something kind of fantasy-like, or is it going to be like a sci-fi kind of futuristic guy?
Well, I feel because of melee, you have a wider choice of things, especially magical items and trinkets, to help boost that in a fantasy setting.
Yeah, you know what? I guess we could just literally put whatever on him, because...
yeah, screw the rules.
yeah, we're making them up, actually. So screw our rules that we're making up.
Just give them anything from whatever era, from whatever video game.
Okay. And then we're going melee, so either... and I'm assuming this is going to be like a humanoid, right? Because, again, I mean, that's an assumption, but we're putting together a character. It could literally be anything from any game that we've played.
I suppose. I mean, that's the largest we have to choose from.
Okay.
Unless you have any other ideas, because there are times that if you want a big beefy character, they're sometimes beast-like, or something much larger than a human.
Right. So I guess one of the other rules that we're going to have for this is it has to be from games that we've played, right?
Okay. That works for me. I just have to remember all the things from all the games I've played.
Yeah, that's the fun part. Then we get to talk about the games.
Yeah.
This might be a fun podcast.
Yeah, it's either going to be really fun or absolutely boring. For the audience, that is. It's gonna be fun for me.
Yeah, me too. And make sure you don't tell us your opinion in the comments because we'll cry if it's bad.
Yeah, don't make fun of our baby.
Our Frankenstein baby, who, may I remind you, is going to be a big beefy thing that can annihilate anything. So watch out. Also,
Exactly.
be afraid. Okay.
So what do we start? Should we start with weapons or should we start with armor?
Oh, wait, and then like abilities and
Oh, okay.
or something. What are we doing for that?
Yeah. I don't. Let's each. We should at least give them one ability each, I suppose.
That sounds good.
Let's start with armor. We'll save weapons for dessert because that's always the fun part.
Ooh, yeah, you're right.
So we've got helm, body, and leggings or boots.
So he's also gonna have to look cool. So keep that in mind.
Definitely want style points when you're destroying waves of enemies.
This is tough. I don't play very many characters like that.
We got to think offensively. You don't do a lot of. You're more of a mage guy, aren't you?
Yeah, kinda.
I actually started leading in that direction a lot more than I used to. When I was younger, it was just like, let's, get a cool sword and mess people up that way. But now it's like, with magic, I could do anything.
Yeah, with magic you can create your own cool sword.
Yeah, or summon it from another dimension.
Or summon it inside of your enemy and rend them internally.
That is gruesome. Do you know a game that you could do that?
No, but I feel like I would be like some sort of necromancer or warlock now that you say that, because that was pretty messed up. You're right.
Which is weird because I'm the opposite spectrum of magic. I'm more of like a holy or neutral for things like a fire, ice, lightning sort of mage.
Oh, so like a paladin with the holy.
We'll go with cleric. I'm not so much
Okay.
a paladin.
So I'm either like a very nature oriented druidy kind of spellcaster,
I do like druids a lot.
or I'm some sort of necromancer spellcaster, kind of just it's on opposite ends of the spectrum for me.
Yeah, one is more life oriented, and the other is making life out of dead thing oriented.
Yeah, new life.
So we're gonna come up with some weird stuff when we hit to a spellcaster.
Yeah, we will. This one's challenging. So let's start with like a helmet, and what's like a really cool helmet that maybe gives you like a lot of defense or health or something like that.
Let's see here.
I have one if you don't.
I here it is. Okay, maybe that might not work very well. Okay, what do you have?
Okay, so I have one, but it is kind of conditional.
Okay.
So we can put this one to the side for now, but it's the insurmountable skull fort.
That sounds amazing.
It's a exotic Titan helmet from Destiny,
Okay.
and you can get different rolls on most of the stuff, but the main perk is kills with arc melee abilities, which would be like some sort of electric melee ability, trigger health regeneration and restore melee energy. So I like this one, but one of the weapons, or one of the one-handed weapons, or one of the two-handed weapon that we use would have to do some sort of electric energy, like a lightsaber or something, like an electric energy attack. So I like this, but we can put it to the side. I'll keep looking.
I like that. The health regen is a good idea. I was looking at, and there's different iterations of this, but the Genji helm, which is from the Final Fantasy series, it has a lot of different strengths to it, but this one might actually be better for a mage caster, as this specific one I'm looking at is from Crisis Core, which is Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core. It gives you 0 MP cost and 0 AP cost, as well as an auto Libra effect. So you can cast indiscriminately, basically, and I guess AP 0 cost indiscriminately. But it also has the Libra effect, which means when you look at an enemy, you could tell just how alive they are, their HP, their weaknesses, stuff like that. So it would definitely give an advantage against enemies, but maybe there's something better out there.
Okay, I like that. Sorry, I'm still looking at these Destiny Titan helmets. Okay, here's another Destiny Titan helmet that I like. It's Mask of the Quiet One.
Okay.
You gain ability energy when you're damaged, and when critical health, heal on kills.
Okay, that's good. It's on critical that you heal.
Yeah, it says when critical, heal on kills. So I'm assuming that means when critical health, like not like when you do critical damage.
Oh, when your health is critical, but not when you do critical damage.
Yes.
Okay, that's still good. I mean, usually that critical threshold is like 25%.
Yeah, let me reread it. I found a better worded one right here. Grants ability energy when you're damaged. When critically wounded, regain maximum health on kills. Yeah, so
Wait, it just straight puts you to maximum health?
that's how it reads. Okay, maybe we won't use that one because I had this in Destiny, but I didn't play my Titan that much, so I don't remember what exactly it's doing. Let me find a different one.
Ooh, okay. I think I have one.
Hit me.
All right. I was looking through my stash, my armory here, and I found one. And there may be something better out there that kind of does the same thing, but this thing is called the Blade Turn Hood from the Elder Scrolls Oblivion, and what it does is allows you to basically just defensively gives you 15% normal weapon damage, shield 17%, which I believe affects all damage. So you're looking at like 32% if someone attacks you with a normal weapon. And then reflect damage, so even if they do hit you, they're going to hurt themselves while doing it. And that's 15% as well.
That's good. I like that. So yeah, let's keep that one and let's move on to keep that tab open and let's move on to the torso.
Torso, the meat. Something that gives that good.
Yeah, man, I feel like I'm actually playing Destiny and working on my build for my character because it's about this simplistic, like maybe 2 or 3 more extra slots for the armor, and you want everything to synergize really well.
That's true. Yeah, I mean, technically we could go like, oh, what action RPG would synergize well, I guess. So you could look at Grim Dawn, you could look at Diablo, you could look at and just build it like that to best synergize with each other. But
this is still fun because I'm having to just remember things, and I'm obviously not going to remember every single game I've played. And this is probably not going to be the ultimate warrior either, because we'll think of something better later on, but this is still a lot of fun to see what we can come up with.
Yeah, on the fly without really... Yeah, because we're trying to build something literally from every video game, so... we'll just have people listening to the podcast yelling at us to include these things, but maybe that's good because then they could suggest it in the comments. It would be like, oh wow, we just made a trash human.
Well, I mean, and this is also from things that me and you have played.
That's true. That is true.
So, and again, not going to remember every single thing, but still pretty funny. I mean, we came up with this topic literally like an hour before we started this podcast or something.
Yeah, this is true.
So this is everything we're doing right now is just us on Google looking for things from games that we've played before that we might remember.
Exciting.
What you're not hearing is the 20 minutes of us sitting here typing on Google looking for things. It's all edited out.
Yeah, you're welcome. I swear I'm gonna somehow put in a Genji item somewhere.
Hell yeah, do it.
Okay, so we have Genji armor here for the torso, and what it does is where to go? Not something that we have limitations on in this little abomination that we're creating, but it has break HP limit because there's a limit of only 9,999, and gives auto endure, which is, I believe, if you get down to, like, if you die, you're put down to 1 HP, I think. I might be wrong about that. But it also gives auto regen, so as long as you have the helm on, you're constantly regenning HP.
Okay.
And health is always good.
Okay, I like that. I mean, if you want to go with that or what?
I'm down for it. Yeah, I can't think of any other torso.
Yeah, I mean that's good for now. I'm having a hard time thinking of chest armor, and that's probably a little bit faster. We can go with that.
So we have Genji armor for the auto regen and auto endure. Okay, so now we have boots or leggings. There's always been some like cool boots in video games, mostly just like speed related stuff.
Yeah, I was actually thinking of some going with some straight up speed related things.
Makes sense if we want our guy to close the distance, close the gap as quickly as possible.
Exactly. Because I was thinking of like a warrior from World of Warcraft and how you have that like rush ability where you dash to them, to the enemy to attack them. And I was thinking, yeah, that would be cool, but I don't want to use that for like an ability. So you could have a way cooler ability because we're only getting 2 really. So
yeah,
something to get them there quicker to bludgeon the person and then and if they need to run away quickly, right? I mean, they're supposed to have a lot of health, but like to get away quickly, speed's probably just really important in all of these builds. It should be pretty easy to find some speed related legs. You know what, let me look at some Destiny stuff because there's a lot of that.
Yeah. Ooh, these are defensive. They don't increase your speed, but the ice climbers from Diablo 3, you are immune to freeze and immobilize effects.
Ooh, that's pretty good.
Yeah, so you're not faster, but you can't be slowed down by 2 separate means. So that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Let me see what I got here. I like that though.
Yeah, I when I create builds for different video games, I usually err on the side of defense, where I'm harder to kill, but it also takes me forever to kill things, especially late game.
Yeah. I got one here. Tell me what you think about this one.
Hit me, baby.
So this is from Destiny. I still have this pulled up, so I'm going off of Destiny.
Okay.
These are some exotic leg armor for the hunter, and they're called the Gemini Jester. Jesters.
That's a cool name.
And it says, well, I know what it does. It says dodging disorients nearby enemies and temporarily removes their radar. So whenever you dodge near an enemy, they're like temporarily blinded.
That is a very unique effect.
Yeah, and then whenever you're in PvP and you dodge near other players, it removes their radar and kind of puts a disorienting effect on their screen.
Like it kind of like blurs the screen or static on the screen or something.
Kind of like really heavy around the edges. If I remember correctly, it's been several months since I've played Destiny, but yeah.
That is very interesting. So that works in PvP. That's very PvP oriented.
It is really good in PvP, but it's also good in PvE also. The enemies, whenever they're blinded, they'll stop shooting and they kind of slowly walk, like meander.
Yeah.
while they're blinded. They can't see anything, so they don't really do anything. So I'm thinking of this for like our guy. He isn't any faster or anything, but he gets to the enemy, and if there are several enemies around, he can dodge. You know what? This feels like it would be more for like a stealthy kind of guy, though.
Someone who is speed oriented with dodging and whatnot.
Yeah, like if I'm thinking maybe more if they're trying to be stealthy and they get caught, they can dodge out of the way and it temporarily blinds the person. Feel like that would be a little bit more.
Open up for that. That's behind stealth backstab.
Oh yeah, definitely. Maybe we'll save that for that. I'll try to remember that one.
Okay, yeah, definitely hold on to that one. Oh, you know what? I might have another one. Hold on. Oh, okay. These are interesting. So, these shoes are from a game called Grandia 2 or Grandia 2, and they're called the Warp Shoes.
Oh.
And have you ever played Grandia before?
Negative.
So it's turn based, but you have an IP gauge that limits the action. You have to wait for it to build, choose the action, and then things play out. But it is very dynamic. So there's a little battlefield, and your characters do move during the battle. When you select attack, you'll run over to wherever the other character is, attack, and then you'll run randomly away from the enemy. What warp shoes do is, doesn't matter whatever speed stat you have, it literally warps you right next to the enemy, and then you just beat the crap out of them and leave.
Yeah, I like that.
So it's like instant transmission right to the enemy.
Yeah, let's do that. I like that one.
I'm slapping that one down. Do you want to do weapons or do you want to do accessories next?
Oh, I forgot about the accessories. I guess let's do weapons so we know what we're working with. Maybe we can build on that.
Okay, yeah, for sure. Yeah, maybe our next character we start with the weapons first.
Yeah, but it's supposed to be dessert. Well, you know what? You can have dessert first.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
adults.
Yeah, we do what we want.
F the rules. That's the theme of the show.
Yeah.
Of this podcast. It's just like we're breaking rules over here at Legacy Archivist.
We're making rules and then breaking them.
Yeah. Okay, so weapon. So we have like, should we just do two weapons? You choose a weapon, I choose a weapon?
Yeah, maybe, because I'm thinking...
Or you could do like two one-handed weapons, or if you want a sword and board and then another one is a two-handed weapon.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, maybe a sword and a shield, because I was going to say two melee weapons, just two one-handed weapons, so he could kill more things at one time. Like two things instead of one.
Yeah.
But, well, yeah. You know what? Let's do a sword and a shield.
Okay. Sword and shield it is.
I wonder how many people are... It's easy to think of a pretty iconic one-handed sword, but thinking of a really popular shield is a lot more difficult. I can't think of any iconic shields, hardly. Other than like the Hylian shield from the Legend of Zelda series or something.
Yeah. Oh, maybe that mirror shield.
I was just about to
good.
say mirror shield. That might actually be really good. Yeah, let's go with mirror shield.
Mirror shield. Like, hey, you have now the mirror shield. You've played more Zelda than I have. The mirror shield, does it reflect literally any projectile?
So not literally any projectile, but like magic and light. So more like things that aren't tangible. Like if somebody shot an arrow at you, the shield would just block it. But if somebody shot like a fireball at you, you'd be able to reflect it. Or like a fire beam or something like that. At least in Ocarina of Time, the mirror shield that I'm thinking of, and in Majora's Mask. Okay, so yeah, I think we should probably use that. That would be good, because when you were talking about stun effects earlier for the pants or the leggings, I think maybe a mirror shield would be able to reflect some of that if we, because there's nothing like that in the Zelda games, but if we take that same assumption that it's going to reflect magic and things of that nature, it would probably reflect some sort of like stunning effect.
Makes sense to me. Are there like big attacks in Legend of Zelda that are like unblockable?
Yeah, so there are some bosses that'll like hit you physically that you can't block. You have to just not be in the way.
God, what jerks!
Like I think the first thing that comes to mind, and it's been a very long time since I've played this game, but is Bongo Bongo, and
Oh, what?
yeah, he's whatever. Anyway, he has these like disembodied floating hands that will, try to smack you, and you can't just put your shield up and block it when he tries to hit you.
I'm definitely think it's gonna be the mirror shield. I do have a few games that I use a shield on, but I can't think of any like specific effects. Wait, did I use a shield in Oblivion? Let me check my armory.
Now that I'm thinking about it, I very rarely ever use a sword and shield in almost any game that I play, unless it's part of the game, like mandatory. Something like Legend of Zelda would be the only time that I really do that.
Oh, okay. I do have a shield that it used in Oblivion, but I don't think it's gonna be as good as the mirror shield. All it has on it is higher endurance and 35% reflect damage on it.
Hmm. I mean, that's still pretty good. You still got reflect damage. Oh, you know what? We still have the reflect from the helmet, don't we?
Yes. We have 15% from the helmet. If we did use the shield, it would add an extra 35% to it. But with the ability to actually reflect a full damage coming at you, even though it might not
Yeah.
hit, it's still pretty good.
Right. Yeah, I mean, yeah, so if you but I don't know, if you block an arrow with the shield, then that's 35% that gets reflected. Yeah, I mean, yeah, mirror shield probably that'd probably be good for what we're going to use.
Okay, slap it on there. I really haven't used a lot of games with with shields.
Yeah, so I was going to say the only game that I remember recently playing, or just even at all, where I voluntarily chose a shield or a sword and shield over the other weapons available was in Monster Hunter World.
Aha.
And I played with the Charge Blade, which I don't know how familiar you are with Monster
That
Hunter
does.
World.
That's one you could kind of like rev up the sword, right?
Yeah, kind of. So it's like a sword and a shield, but it's also like this giant two-handed axe thing.
Okay, yeah, those were pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're in the other Monster Hunter games too. I haven't played the other Monster Hunter games, so everybody that played Monster Hunter is gonna like rip my head off. But so it was super cool because you have your sword and your shield, so you can when you have that out, you're blocking stuff. But once you get enough charges on it, you like put them together, and the shield part becomes like the head of the axe, and the sword part, it kind of like elongates, and it's just this like it's super cool. But the problem with that is that they would have to go together. So for this, we wouldn't get to pick. We'd have to pick.
Yeah.
I was just saying that's a really cool combo, really cool idea. So now we need a sword. This should be the easy part, but there's so much to choose from. It's going to be the hard part.
Right. There's so many swords. I guess it could be like a mace or an axe as well.
Yeah, that's true. Something you can hold in one hand. I'm thinking something with like a vampire effect on it to get that health back.
Oh yeah, that is true. Let's see. Let's see what I have in the old armory.
That sounds like some more Elder Scrolls stuff. I know that I had weapons in Skyrim that did that.
Okay, no. So some games you're a swordsman, but you don't like necessarily. It doesn't really differentiate between a one-handed or two-handed sword. It's just like these are the weapons you can use. Here's sword. Would those count as a one-handed or two-handed, even though there's no real difference.
Yeah, I think as long if it doesn't differentiate.
We got that Titan grip. Actually, barbarians in Diablo 2 do have the ability to dual wield uh, two-handed weapons. Two-handed weapons.
Yeah, it's the
So
same thing with warriors and World of Warcraft.
so we could just go with our guy can do that too.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, it doesn't have to be a. If it says sword, even if it says two-handed, like I mean, whatever. It's gonna be hard to. Well, that would have to be one of his skills, right?
We'll have a separate passive skill.
Okay. Yeah, sounds good. Whatever.
Breaking rules. There is. It's gonna sound weird, but I believe it is called the Rainbow Sword
From what?
from Chrono Trigger. Oh, there's actually a picture
Ah.
of it. Oh, that's cool looking. So, I know different games have different attack power scalings, so kind of have to look past that. But the special effect on it is a 70% critical hit chance.
Oh, that's pretty good.
That's fairly high, I would say.
Hey, have you played any of the God Eater games?
I have played a little bit, not enough to know what I'm doing.
Oh, okay. Because if you had played them, they would qualify. I haven't played them. I watched like the show, and I was like, oh, that would be a really cool weapon, like because that one guy has the sword, but it's also like a ranged weapon at the same time.
Yeah, that stuff is cool.
Yeah, but I don't know that much about it, and I wouldn't be able to contribute that because I haven't played those games.
Yeah, I've played maybe a few hours of it. You have any swords?
Yeah, let me look something up real quick. I'm thinking of something.
Is it Thunder Fury, Blessed Blade of the Windseeker?
No.
Okay, just checking.
Never mind. I was looking at the weapons in Darksiders 2, like Death Sides.
Oh yeah, I didn't know you played that.
Oh, dude, I love the Darksiders games. Uh,
Did you play the third one?
yeah.
What did you think? I was thinking about playing that one.
So I mean, I liked it a lot. It was traditional kind of Darksiders fashion. The second one was still my favorite, but I think that's mostly attributed to playing as Death. The second one has those RPG elements that we really like. The third one doesn't quite have that, so
No, they took that out.
yeah, it kind of goes back to more the way the first one was.
And Did you play Genesis?
Not yet. Nobody wants to play it with me, so
Aw, I'll play it with you.
okay, you're locked into that agreement now.
Oh, okay. It's recorded. It's bound.
Till death do us part.
I would play one. You play the other character, right?
Yeah, one of us would.
That's how it works.
Yeah, one of us would play War, the other one would play Strife. Anyway, I
Yeah.
was looking at Death Sides here, and I don't think they're gonna work.
I'm gonna look. I'm gonna see if there is a weapon that has a 100% critical hit chance. Of course, I'd have to have played it. I just can't think of one right now.
Hey, would we be able to use? And this is getting into more like comic book esque stuff, but if I have played a Lego Marvel Avengers game, would we be able to use like Mjolnir or something like that for his weapon? Because Thor isn't, but a Lego version of it.
Oh my goodness. Um, is there a
I don't know if there are any stats.
would we want to? Is
I mean, no, but I was just imagining him using this big Lego hammer, with the lightning. Well, we picked a different helmet, I guess. So I was thinking of the insurmountable skull fort helmet, going with that, like having a lightning effect.
Oh, I see. There's one that's a two-handed weapon. It's kind of like a dual saber, double saber, kind of like Darth Maul got going on.
Okay.
is called the Flying Dragon. It is from Diablo 3. It has a chance to double your attack speed when attacking. So
Oh, I
there's a
like that.
chance to proc a certain limited time where you just start it literally doubles your attack speed.
So that paired with his teleport boots would be like, right?
Yes.
Okay. So I hope everybody likes the character that Dean has created so far for us.
Hey,
With,
you suggested the mirror shield.
yeah, I mean, I was about to, and you said it first. So
Oh
technically,
my god, I'm an asshole.
no. No,
Uh,
no, I'm just kidding. No, I mean, I was thinking, I was going to say it if you didn't. So, I mean, yeah, that kind of counts, I guess. Anyway, let's continue. I like that for a weapon, that seems to make a lot of sense. This guy's going to be tearing through everything really quick.
and what of the accessory? Or accessories?
Okay, so we're thinking like rings or like some sort of just wearable extra.
Yeah, I sort of have mine in mind.
Of course you do. What do you got? What do you got?
Uh, I'm throwing out another Genji piece, called the Genji Bracer, Genji Glove. Sorry, Genji Glove. In the game itself, it increases the damage limit. So instead of 9999, it's now 99,999. But we don't have that rule here, not in my house.
That's
And
right.
but the kicker is it grants auto critical, so every single attack is a critical strike.
Ooh. Okay. So this dude's gonna have like double attack speed and 100% crit rating. Okay. So I think we're good on that. I think I might try to focus on something for health maybe in case he does get hit.
Because we don't have a oh, we have auto regen and auto endure, but that only regens so quickly that it might not be fast enough.
Okay, right, very good. Okay. So what stats do we have again? Run me through them from head to toe.
Okay, so I see what you did there. So the Blade Turn Hood gives 15% resistance to just normal weapons, 17% shield to everything, and reflect damage 15%. So whoever tries to attack this guy with a normal weapon is basically doing nothing to him. And then we have the Genji Armor, which gives him auto regen and auto endure, which is the health regen and one free get out of death card. And then the Warp Shoes, which instantly transports him to an enemy. The Genji Glove, which auto crits. The Flying Dragon, which has a chance to double his attack speed. And then the Mirror Shield, which reflects certain projectiles back.
Okay.
I may have been wrong on that.
Wait, what? Tell me.
Auto Endure is keeps the character from flinching and being interrupted by attacks. So instead of getting knocked out or knocked back, he will instead keep going and complete whatever skill he's using.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, no, that's still good. Uninterruptible.
Yep, that's pretty boss.
Okay. Okay. I think getting him to like 100% reflect would be good because I'm assuming that's just for like kinetic projectiles, right?
The reflect, I think reflect is actually um, melee. Yeah, it is melee only.
So the reflect from the Elder Scrolls stuff is only for melee.
Yeah, and absorbs it and reflects it, but it is only melee.
Okay, so he's got the mirror shield for like all magical stuff, we're assuming. And then he's got
Mhm.
some reflect from melee, and which I think is pretty good considering he can teleport between enemies.
Yeah,
and he has a chance to have a very high crit. So I think I got something in case he's getting projectiles fired at him.
All right. What is it? I'm curious.
So to reflect the projectiles and things that are getting shot at him, I'm going to use the reflector from Super Smash Bros. And Fox and Falco, and I'm pretty sure Wolf all have one. And whenever they use it, it's just like a little item that hangs off of their belt. Whenever they use it, any projectile that's being shot at them will get reflected.
That is cool. Would that be an accessory or a skill?
It's an accessory because it's an item that they have on them.
Okay, I'll take it. It's called the reflector or deflector?
Reflector. Fox's reflector.
And that straight up just shoots those projectiles right back too, right?
Okay, so it looks like Fox, Falco, and Wolf all have slightly different reflectors. And for simplicity, we're just going to go with Fox's.
Okay.
So he can hold the reflector for an unlimited amount of time, and it is strong enough to reflect R-wing laser fire. So his ship laser fire, which is pretty strong. So it'll definitely reflect arrows and things, and it reflects them back.
Wow. That's OP. Remove from game.
From game, yeah.
All right, then. Lastly, we have the skills.
Okay.
It's hard thinking of, should I go with an offensive skill or a defensive skill?
Yeah, I mean, just one offensive skill and one defensive skill, I guess.
Okay. What do you have in mind?
So I'm thinking the offensive skill needs to be some sort of AoE thing.
Okay.
Because he's going to have a lot of single target with his sword.
That's true.
So something that can like really just clear a room.
Okay. Do you have anything that comes to mind?
There are a lot of good AoEs.
Right. Yeah. What is the most ridiculous physical-based AoE skill you could think of?
How about some sort of I know I've played a game with some sort of ability where it like will multiply your weapon and do some kind of sword dance kind of thing with like.
Dude, I was literally just thinking of that too. I was like, what game have I played that does something like that?
Dang, we got to figure it out now.
I believe Fable is one of them.
Okay.
You get an ability that you're so. Have you played Fable?
I have, but not much of it.
You imbue your sword or weapon, and then every time you hit with it, it actually counts for like 4 extra hits or something totally absurd. But you only get to swing it like a few times before it goes away.
Okay.
But I feel there was another game that had like every time you attack, but there were like extra swords or something that swung or multi-hit or something like that.
How about something like from World of Warcraft, the mage's mirror image ability? You make 4 copies of yourself, and they will. I think they shoot like an ice blast or something like that, or whatever it's called. So if you could make 4 other copies, if this character could make 4 other copies of himself with like the same gear and everything, there would be 5 of him attacking and teleporting everywhere.
Like a shadow or like a clone of. Oh yeah.
Yeah, so maybe something like that, because that'd be considered AoE because he would be everywhere.
That's scary. I think Diablo 2, the assassin has a shadow clone that has all the abilities that your character has, but I think you only get one of them.
So in WoW, I don't know exactly how it works like stat wise, but I know the cloned mages only use the one spell, But if our guy is just swinging the one sword, you know,
Yeah.
and we'll just say for simplicity that those clones do not have the clone ability or the mirror image ability, so they can't make more mirror images.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So we'll say that whenever you use mirror image and you split into, or you make 4 extra clones, they just like teleport to the nearest targets and start attacking with same gear and everything.
No, can, like, in the game, can you actually buff the mirror images? Like, if there's a party buff or another character has a buff, will they receive it?
I'm not sure. I actually haven't even played a mage in WoW, so I'm sure at one time they were, and then they probably took it away, and then they put it back, and they took it away. You know how WoW is.
Yeah.
But I would say probably not.
So then mirror image considered offensive or utilitarian slash defensive?
I would say more offensive because the clones are going to attack and teleport around attacking things.
Okay. That works. That'd be extremely frightening to see.
Yeah.
Okay, so two of the 3 things you suggested have mirror in them.
Oh yeah, I'm beginning to see a pattern. And
Mhm.
I was gonna say that actually is also maybe defensive because if you use that like on a boss fight or something, the boss won't be able to differentiate who's who, and it doesn't matter if the mirror images get killed, you just summon more. Unless he had some kind of true sight or something like that.
Just gotta kill him quickly.
So that could go kind of either way. So that is kind of defensive, I guess, in some situations. Like if you're really taking a beating, you could use that and scramble, and then you could get some reprieve from taking so many hits. So
Yeah.
if you want to pick something that is either offensive or defensive, I think it would be fine.
Yeah,
Really.
yeah, I know. That's like you're just thinking of all the things in one package. Okay. So this is from Grandia 3. It's a skill that the main character has. It's kind of what we wanted. It's called Flash. And what it does is you move twice as fast, but we have the warp shoes, so you don't really have to move. But your attack speed is basically every combo. Let me read the description here. Combo attack hits are also doubled. So when you're just swinging the sword around, it's basically hitting twice.
Nice. And with the boots, he can teleport to an enemy, right?
Yeah,
So when he's done killing all the enemies, he's still going to need to be able to move quickly.
that is true. And at full capacity, Flash gives double movement speed for 67.5 seconds.
Perfect. Just enough to get to the next room, to beat everything down, and wait for a cooldown.
Do it all over again.
Yeah. So assuming that none of these abilities really have cooldowns, because I don't know. I don't know.
I think mirror image. I would assume that ability has a cooldown.
Oh yeah, everything
But
in WoW has a cooldown. Let me look it up real quick.
yeah,
Okay, mirror image has a cooldown currently of 2 minutes, and the clones last for 40 seconds.
that is quite. So if you're in a big room and you just want to kill everything in sight real quick, like.
Yeah, and all of the clones can teleport to enemies, probably one-shotting them with the gear that we've selected. To then teleport to the next enemy. So yeah, I think he's doing pretty good.
Okay, so this is our guy we're looking at here.
Yeah.
Should we name him or her?
His name is Smash Mouth because he's gonna be smashing mouths.
Got it. All right.
No, come up with a different name. That was a joke.
Okay. Okay. Give me 1 second. I think I got one.
Oh, can it have Houdini in it? Cause like mirror tricks, like
Steve Houdini. Steve Houdini.
Steve Houdini.
Yeah. I was actually gonna go with Steve Harwell, who is the lead singer of Smash Mouth.
Oh,
But
okay. So okay, let's see. What is he using? I want to see what he looks like. Okay, we'll do the name at
Steve
the end.
Harwell? Okay, we'll do
No,
that.
no. The guy. So we'll what does he look like? You know, like a guy that sings, whatever.
He's got a sick little goatee, though. Alright, so this character, our melee character, is equipped with the Blade Turn Hood. Normal weapons 15% resist, shield 17%, reflect damage 15%, which also absorbs 15%. That is melee damage, though. The reflected, anyway.
And that's from Oblivion.
That is from Oblivion.
Elder Scrolls Oblivion.
The torso is the Genji armor from Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core. It has auto regen for health and auto endure to negate flinching or getting knocked back. The boots we have are the warp shoes, which will instantly transport this character directly to the enemy to kill them. The character is equipped with the Flying Dragon, which is a two-handed sword, but he can wield it because he's a warrior like that, which has a chance to double the attack speed. That is from Diablo 3. Oh, and the warp shoes are from Grandia too. And then as a shield, we have the Mirror Shield from Legend of Zelda, which reflects certain projectiles back.
We're gonna say magic-y stuff.
Magic-y stuff. For the accessories, we are wielding the Genji Glove, which makes every single attack a critical hit. And then we have Fox's Reflector. Oh, Genji Glove also from Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core. And then we have Fox's Reflector from Super Smash Bros., which reflects a lot of projectiles, if not all of them, in the game. At least some pretty heavy ones, and can be held indefinitely. So we have the mirror image from World of Warcraft, which makes, was it 4 extra or 3 extra?
I think it's 4.
4 extra.
Oops.
What?
It is 3. My bad. This whole time
Okay.
I was saying 4. It's 3 extra copies.
So 3 extra copies of the character with the same abilities, or same equipment. And so that's just, oh god, that's insane. Can they move? Or do they stay in place?
In the game, they stand there because they're casting.
Okay, so they don't have any desire to even move anyway.
Yeah.
And then we have the second skill, which is Flash from Grandia 3, which basically doubles your attack speed. Every hit it counts as 2 hits, which means that if the Flying Dragon procs and you have Flash equipped, you'll be doing 4 times the attack speed, I believe. So this person is devastating.
And his name is John Cena. No, I'm just kidding.
I just imagine that, like, the podcast actually, and I don't think we can, but the John Cena music playing when you say that.
Yeah, well, I did it. I did it.
I know, that's just, and you did a really good job too.
Oh, thank you, Dean.
Yeah, I felt like I was right there hearing it.
You're right there
Live.
next to John Cena.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can't see him, but I can listen to his music.
Yeah. You know what? That was a joke, but I think his name is going to be John Cena to some effect.
Okay, what do you mean?
Like, maybe not exactly John Cena, but John something that rhymes with Cena.
John Cena, Warrior Smash Mouth.
Yes.
All right, John Cena is equipped to kill.
That kind of concludes it. So,
Yeah, we'll have to get to our other builds.
yeah, so this was just something that Dean and I thought would be a little fun thing to do on the podcast. And I guess depending on what you guys like, we might do it again with something else. If we don't do it on the podcast, we're definitely going to just talk about it and do it off the podcast anyway, because we had a lot of fun.
Yeah, it really gets you thinking about all the different combinations of games that we've played.
Yeah, I think the next time I'll be a little bit more prepared because I will go sit in front of my game shelf and look at the games I've played, and maybe I'll contribute a little bit more than mirrors. How vain.
Yeah, it's literally everything was reflection, like reflector, mirror shield, mirror image.
You know what? And until we did this, I was thinking, okay, warrior guy, he's gonna be in the fray, so he's gonna need a bunch of health. Like, and that's generally how I think about it. But now I'm thinking all reflection, and like I had never really thought about that before. I don't play very many warrior characters like that, so that was a cool perspective for me. I'm all about reflection now. That's pretty neat.
Yeah, reflection and just damage mitigation in general it's very important. I wonder how we'll be able to make the mage different. Because we could be like, oh yeah, we'll just put the Genji glove back on him so he could do auto criticals, and we'll put the reflector on him so he could reflect. Like, we'll have to like use completely new things that we didn't use during this one.
Yeah, it'll probably be a rule that we just can't use the same thing twice or something.
Yeah, well, we have a week to think about it now.
Yeah, we'll tackle that if we do that next time. That was a lot of fun, but
We'll have to see the reception. They're like, please guys, never do this again.
yeah, you know what? You're going to have to just listen to the next podcast to see what we do.
Thank you for listening to the Grind Game Podcast. For more video game related content, visit legacyarchivist.com. If you have an interesting video game related story, leave it in the comments for a chance for it to be featured on the show.